What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Caleb Hudson with Barstool. I'm sitting with Tay Hayes, former App State defensive back, now turned Dolphins DB. Tay, thanks for joining us today, man.
What's good, man? Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not every day you get this App State crew being a part of the NFL. It's just become a common theme across the App State football program. How's it feel to overcome almost all odds stacked against you? You go onto that Jaguars team, get cut, and now you have that spot on the Dolphins team. How's that feel?
I mean, it feels good. I feel like that's what I've been doing my whole life, though. So, that's what I do. Like, I defeat the odds every time. So, it's a good feeling, but I know I got a lot more I want to do. So,
yeah, and you've been telling me you've been grinding and putting it in, and that's super important. I've been watching you. Everybody's been watching you from the sidelines, cheering you on. Walk us through your workout process. How's the off season going? How are you preparing mentally and physically to get ready for this upcoming season?
Yeah, this whole quarantine thing, I'm sure it put a lot of people in a different perspective. Like you got to sit down and sit with yourself for a while and like think about shit going on. So, it really helped me because I got to sit down and I really like started focusing on what I need to focus on, and I started to try to work on things that I usually wouldn't work on. Like I've gotten into yoga and like I've gotten into all kind of different stuff, and it's kind of like putting me to the ground. So this off season, I've been really getting it. Like I'll work out with my boy Scotty. I got a DB trainer named Scotty, and me and him get it in all the time. And I lift with the Dolphins, or I lift by myself. And I lift about 4 times a week. And I go to this speed training work. AB actually hit me up, told me to start coming to work out with him. So I'll probably start working out with AB a little bit. But, this offseason been going legit for me, for real. It's been a good one.
That's great. You're picking up steam, and we're just rolling right into the regular season. Now, this offseason has been a weird one for sure, but the upcoming regular season is going to be even more off-kilter. So what do you expect going into this season? What has the team done differently to help prepare you, and what is the NFL doing to help prepare its players to be ready?
Yeah, right now it's hard. Like right now, like with this quarantine going around, it's hard for teams to prepare us the way they want to. Like, my coach told me, like, I'm kind of missing out on a good bit. But, for the most part, like, we do our FaceTime Zoom meetings, and, all that helps. So, I'll get in and my coach will talk to me extra, and, like, we'll just talk about things that I need to be talking about. And, it's been going good, but it's been hard. This quarantine really kind of messed up the training process, like the stuff that you kind of need to go through for a young player like me. So, yeah.
I'm sure it helps having Antonio Brown, of all people, ask you to come and work out and start getting you right. And I think that's one of the biggest things you saw. Deion Sanders, he sat down with Antonio, mentored him, and I think that really changed his whole mentality on wanting to change the mentality and the preparation process for these younger players. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. And that's what a guy like Antonio Brown should do. Any guy who a lot of people look up to, once people start looking up to you like that, like you should like want to get back and help younger people out that were in their position. So, and he's a good dude. Like when I met him, like he was like cool, like inviting me, like just being nice. Like, so, yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, I think he definitely has a negative stigma towards him, but that's all outside, and you've had that opportunity to meet him one-on-one, so that's not fair for really anyone to judge. And honestly, what would you say, you talk about his personality, his work ethic, you watch all the videos and working with him, what does that translate into your game, having that ability to go and meet with him?
Yeah, that man work ethic crazy. Like one day, So I know one time I went out there, I was at the field at like 9. They had probably been out there like an hour before that. And I stayed out there until like 2. Like we did one-on-ones, we did releases or whatever. I stayed out there till like 2. I left. I went and got some food. They had been back out there already. Like that boy really get it in. So
he's changing your mentality. I bet that took you off guard walking back, and you're not expecting that type of work ethic and that type of grind.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, man, I need to step it up. Like if I want to be what I want to be, and that's what I want to be. Like I want to shock the world, and I feel like I can. Like, I feel like I can really do some stuff, and I feel good. Like, this year, I feel like I'm going in a new feeling of myself. I'm really feeling confident. So,
Well, that's important. That'll make a player blow up, and you have this whole support cast at App State, and I'm sure your family, friends. So everybody's cheering you on in that regard. You talk about grounding yourself. I want to jump back to that real quick. What do you miss most about Boone? This question came from the Big Inger 17. This is what helped jumpstart your career. Not really, you as a athlete and how your work ethic was, but it helped create that line and set you up to get ready for the NFL. So what are you missing most about?
I mean, see, when I was in Boone, like around like my senior year, I really started getting into like this different mindset, and stuff just started clicking for me. And I feel like Boone kind of let me get into myself, like, because Boone's a pretty like open place. Like, you can go there and be whatever you want to be. You can, you can dress however you want to dress. You can do whatever you want to do in Boone. So, I mean, I really just came into myself. I didn't really hang around the crowd. I just started being with myself for a while, and I started getting to know myself. And that's when stuff just started clicking for me. So Boone kind of just like humbled me. It humbled me in a way. So,
would you say transitioning to the NFL, you kind of blew up? I guess your ego kind of took off a little bit. You said you had to come back down to earth. So would you say it caught you off guard in the sense that you weren't ready and didn't realize how much the ability and the fame of playing in the NFL would get to you?
Yeah. I mean, definitely, because the NFL is different. Like, in the NFL, you get to be yourself. Like, like if you want to work out one time a week and you go out there and play, you can do that. But as long as you produce, that's what it's all about. And
there's nobody holding your hand, right?
Yeah, nobody's holding your hand. And once you realize that, I mean, if once you realize that, and if you are the person who you think you want to be, then like you'd be like, all right, like I guess it's what I got to do, and I guess I need to step it up. So.
And that's how a lot of players' careers end up taking a turn for the worse, is because they don't take that step in the right direction like you have, and trying to help fix their mentality and fix their work ethic. And that's super important. Obviously, I can't speak on it because I'm not playing in the NFL, but we've heard it first and foremost right here with Jay Hayes, ladies and gentlemen. I think one of the biggest questions that we've gotten all week is, how did it feel to beat the man himself? I'm a diehard Pats fan. You've seen that. You've known that. How does it feel to beat Tom Brady, the big man himself?
I mean, that was dope. I mean, I'm a Tom Brady myself. I like Tom Brady. Like, so I watch all his documentaries and stuff. So, I mean, to go in there and beat him, and not even just to beat him, for me to play a good game, like, that was like a big confidence booster to me.
Yeah, I mean, you played incredibly against N'Keal Harry. You're playing against some top receivers.
Yeah. And I mean, and I always believed in I've always believed in myself. But I mean, after that game, I just I don't know.
Would you say that was the turning point of your career?
I wouldn't even say it's a turning point, but it's like it hit a big boost for me. Like, that's got a lot to do with like what I feel like I can do now. So like, I wouldn't say a turning point because I hadn't even hit it yet.
You haven't even hit the pinnacle. We're not there yet.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big deal to me. Yeah.
Players need to start adopting your mentality. That if there's anything that a lot of young players can look up to, it's definitely you. What recommendation would you have for the young guys coming out of high school and out of college?
I mean, believe in yourself. Listen to people when they tell you stuff. Stay green. Never feel like you know too much, because you don't. There's always something to learn every day. And work hard. No matter what you do, I mean, work hard. Like, you gotta prove something every day, because you do. You prove it to yourself. So.
We should put that on a plaque. We need to hang that up, plaster to the wall. Let's have a little fun with this. Obviously, the biggest rival to Appalachian State is Georgia Southern University. On a scale of 1 to pure hatred, how much do you hate Georgia Southern?
Like, I hate them. Like, hate them. Like, like, it was bad. Like, the last game I played them, yeah, my senior year when they when they beat us down there, yeah, like that was bad. I was ready to fight. That was crazy.
I was just about to break into that. Do you always hear stories of pinching, clawing, scratching, punching, grabbing genitalia? What goes on under the scrums and the piles?
Man, I get to tell you this stuff. They come looking for me and stuff. I mean, yeah, like man, they get dirty down there. It's like man versus man. Like, especially, I know when I'm down there, I'm thinking like I'm about to do whatever to get the ball if it's on the ground.
Start poking eyes, right?
Whatever it comes down to, I'm about to do it. So
take no prisoners type of mentality. That's how it should be.
Yeah. That's how it got to be.
And I've asked Darrington, I've asked Hennigan, who would you say the funniest guy on that Appalachian State team is?
Oh, I don't know. See,
you're confident in yourself, so you can say yourself. We'll take that.
Yeah. No, I am confident. No, I think I'm funny. But I'm also not a big fan of like funny guys, like guys who just try to be funny all the time. Like I like guys who are just like oddly funny. Like Victor Johnson.
Yep.
I can watch him walk and I can laugh. Like he's funny to me. Like if he say something to me, like I'll just laugh. And me and him have good conversations. Like that's my boy. That's my dog.
Yeah.
But man, he makes me laugh. Like he is funny. Who else is funny? I think Thomas is crazy. Something wrong with T. Henny. He crazy.
Yeah, he's got a wire clipped upstairs. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. It's some more funny people on the team. I feel bad. I feel like I'm missing out on somebody who I really should say. But
yeah, you're probably going to get a couple of texts after this interview.
Yeah, I feel like the whole team has a good personality though, and I can get some from all of them. So
that's the diplomatic answer here, ladies and gentlemen. Tay Hayes, the diplomat, the politician, and the NFL DB. Look at that. I love it. Let's see. We have Daniel Russum. He wants to know who's the most swag on the Dolphins. And again, this can be you can pick yourself, pull yourself out of the spot, but who would you say is walking in that locker room, wearing the most bling, wearing the far out stuff?
All right, I'm gonna say myself first of all. Definitely saying myself. But I think Ryan Fitzpatrick, the quarterback.
Oh,
hey, he got his own little thing going on. Like he'll pop up in the Zoom meetings with his beard and like his hair like Elvis Presley on some shit, like looking crazy. But it's dope though.
When he stole D-Jack's clothing, I think that was one of the most prized moments in any living career.
Yeah, he a character for real. But
he definitely chooses some bizarre clothing
yeah.
options, but he can rock it, man. I can't even grow a beard. I'm still waiting on hitting puberty right now. So
he can rock it. He can rock it for real. Like I don't even think my beard could get that long. But
you can just keep growing it out, man. Just keep grinding.
I don't know if I can pull that off.
It takes a lot of swag and some tenacity to pull that one off. That's for sure. All right, let's see. We're going to go on to Kentucky XX Gentleman. He wants to know, who do you want to pick off most in the NFL?
I want to pick off Tom Brady, and I want to pick off Phillip Rivers. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know if he played him this year. But, no, I'm trying to lead the league in picks this year, so I'm trying to pick off everybody.
That's a great goal, and I hope you do, because by all means we'll bring you back on that show at the end of the year. And when we say we throw back the clip and you said that first year, that's the first take. Boom! That'll age well for sure.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that you can do that. Darrington Evans actually reached out to us as well. He wants to know if you're down to do a jersey swap, because if not, he's going to be offended.
Darrington, what kind of question is that? Tell Darrington he just made me mad asking me a question like that. He know we do a jersey swap.
Going off of that, who do you want to do a jersey swap with most? Are you looking at all the App State alumni? You got a collection just like Darrington, and then
I want all my boys. I want all the App State boys. Got to get a jersey swap with every one of them. Him, Akeem, Doug, Blair. I need a jersey swap from everybody. But
I got a little league jersey in my closet. I can pull that out.
Yeah, all right. Hey, we can do that too. Next time
I'll send that your way.
next time I'm on the show after I lead the league in picks, me and you gonna do a jersey swap. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, because I know Darrington was talking about doing one with Team and Jordan Ferris now at the Vikings. How's that feel to have all these App State alumni just transitioning into that NFL, and they're making a name for themselves too. They're doing some big things. And what type of, I guess, upper echelon is that becoming for App, setting that stage?
I mean, that's good. I mean, App State got a lot of hardworking dudes. And and we're athletic dudes. Like, it's good athletic dudes who just don't, I don't know, who maybe just people just dislike something. I mean, just put them down a little bit. So we all come in with that chip on our shoulder, and we all got to go. So, I mean, that's good that they're getting to live out their dreams and stuff like that. Because, I mean, this is life-changing. It'll change your life for real. So.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And I think it's humorous in the sense because of the trials and tribulations that have been set forth from former players. You look at guys like yourself, Julian Edelman, guys all across the league who have made a name for themselves, yet have been surpassed in recruitment. And whether it be recruitment to college or recruitment to the NFL, they've been overlooked. What's the reason for that? It should be, you look at 90% of the NFL is comprised of what, fifth round draft picks up to undrafted players.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I really don't know why people get overlooked like that. I mean, maybe I think my height had a lot to do with it. Maybe I think people hated on my speed a little bit, but I mean, you don't see people running past me like that. You don't see people just jumping over me like that. So
I think N'Keal Harry would beg to differ about people hating on your speed and your ability to defend, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, and it be like that sometimes, but I mean that's what makes the story so good, though.
All right. One final question to wrap things up here. If you had to choose any DB across the league to go that dynamic duo that you want to work with, who is that DB?
Right now. Ooh, that's a good question because I'm a DB fan. You feel me? All right, let me pick two at least.
Okay, you got two. Here we go. Here, how about this? Why don't we do one past, one present? Will that switch things up for you?
All right. Past, Deion Sanders. I'll jump Deion Sanders. But sure. Present, man, it's too hard because Jalen Ramsey. You know, I played with Jalen and AJ, so they're my boys. So, I mean, I love to play with them again, but I would love to also play with the Tyrann Mathieu.
Tyrann Mathieu, he just does not care. He has no regard for human life at all.
Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to add to my game a little bit more. Like, I just want to, just go, like he really get down to it. And I got
it's that Mack truck mentality.
Yeah.
Well, Tay, it's honestly been a pleasure having you on, man. I'm looking forward to getting you on again. We'll do some fun things down the road. And this video will age well when you are leading the league in picks. I'm excited for that. If you ever need anything from us here at Barstool, please don't hesitate to reach out. Everybody, if you want to follow Tay Hayes on Instagram, it is just his name, no spaces, Tay Hayes, and his Instagram picture is him on the Dolphins. Tay, thank you so much for coming on today. Absolute pleasure, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you for having me, for real. Appreciate it. I enjoyed it.